That's almost agree on.
What's going on? This is like the most important thing in your life, and you're...
Right out the gate, the judge isn't having it. This is a potential 20-year sentence, and the defendant looks ... distracted. Not a good look when your future is literally on the line.
Looking around. What's going on?
People.
Sir?
I was just looking around. People.
This is the most important event in your life, sir.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you're looking at up to 20 years in prison.
Yes, sir.
You want to do some more public affairs? All right. 234150 is called the State of Texas versus Right, that's you?
Yes, sir.
And you're here with Mr. Adams, your attorney, and the state's attorney. Does the defendant waive a formal reading of the indictment and arraignment here? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, sir.
In summary, this indictment alleges that September 3rd, 2020 in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the second degree.
Let's break this down. The charge is indecency with a child a second degree, felony in Texas. That carries 2 to 20 years behind bars and mandatory sex offender registration. This isn't just serious, it's life-altering.
Felony of indecency with a child. Do you understand what you were charged with?
Yes, sir.
If convicted, you face a term of not more than 20 years or less than 2 years in prison. In addition, a fine may be assessed not to exceed $10,000. Do you understand?
Yes. We did that.
Yes, sir.
Are you with me?
I'm with you. I'm good.
An agreement's been reached here where you would be pleading guilty and and numerical and I can't read
We don't get
that you placed in other box.
Now pay close attention. He's getting deferred adjudication, which means if he follows all probation rules, he avoids a conviction on his record. But one slip up, that guilty plea becomes a permanent mark.
You would be placed in deferred or unadjudicated probation, fined $1,000, up to 10 years on probation, and there would be terms and conditions of probation which are normal and customary, and there would be registration requirements under the sexual laws of the state of Texas that you must perform. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
If I follow this agreement, you have no right of appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Sir?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty voluntarily? That is on your own free will and because you are guilty?
That's some stuff.
Yeah.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will? Nobody forced you.
Yes.
You're pleading because you are guilty of what this alleges you did in the indictment.
No.
You didn't do this.
You did commit offense, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What's your final answer?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Did you just misunderstand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I mean, you know what you've been charged with.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking you,
Oh, yes, sir.
is this true, what it alleges?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in the indictment.
Yes, sir.
All right, I show you what's marked as State's Exhibit 1. Did you sign that document voluntarily? Did you understand it,
Oh,
discuss
yes,
it
sir.
with your attorney?
Yes,
Are the contents all true and correct?
Yes, sir.
State's Exhibit 1 is tendered into evidence.
No objection.
Without objection is submitted. Among other things, this states that you are mentally competent to enter your guilty plea, which is freely and voluntarily made, correct?
Yes, sir.
You understand what you're charged with, and you've discussed this with your attorney. You were guilty of the crime charged, and many lesser included offenses. You are giving up your rights to a jury trial and the rights to the appearance, confrontation, cross-examination of witnesses, and you were totally satisfied with the representation provided by your lawyer. All of this is true at State, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
State's Exhibit 1 is tendered into evidence.
No objection.
Without objection, it's admitted.
Yeah.
Okay.
No objection.
Pre-sentence report, when?
We need to do a pre-sentence report, Your Honor.
It's a deferred.
Yes, this is a request of probation. They asked that we do a pre-sentence report on sexual assault cases.
For what purpose?
The judge chooses a post-sentence report instead of pre-sentence. Why? So they can tailor probation terms after seeing how serious or risky the defendant is. Strategic, move, or too soft. What do you think?
Because of the nature of the offense, Sean, and the complexity of it, and
What's the pre-sentence? What's the difference between? Why don't we do a post-sentence report?
It's like, dude.
Instead of a pre-sentence report. The quicker he gets on probation, isn't it the better idea?
Well, that's not my opinion, but it's up to you, Your Honor, what you say.
Okay, I think a post-sentence report is important because I want to know what the focus is. But I think that the general terms of probation that are normal and customary for this will be applicable. But if there are specific needs that need to be addressed, we can pick those up in a post-sentence report, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, state okay?
Yep.
All right, that's what we'll do when we do. Do you understand the situation here?
Yes,
And you pleaded guilty voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently, and because you are guilty.
sir.
All right. Anything else to add? I'm going to follow this agreement. You need a plan?
Yeah, I was right. Yeah, look. I'll take it.
If nothing further, I'm going to find you were pleading guilty today to the second-degree felony of indecency with a child voluntarily. No intelligent. There's sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted here to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. But I'm going to defer any finding of guilt and place you on deferred or unadjudicated probation for 10 years. There will be terms and conditions of probation which are normal and customary for this type of offense. Also, we will come back after the post-sentence report is made so that we can review this report with all parties, and if there are any additions or changes that need to be made based upon the findings from the probation office, that will have to be included because we want to prevent or deter any further misconduct. Anything?
I just wanted to make sure we're putting him on probation today, but doing what would amount to a pre-sentence report.
Yeah, we'll call it a post-sentence because he's been sentenced today.
Boom. The judge hits hard again. This isn't a pep talk, it's a warning shot. You're not in a parade. The courtroom vibe shifts here, and so should the defendant's mindset.
But it would work just like a pre-sentence report if there's something that we need.
Okay. Understand. That's all. What's the agree on?
Well, what's going on? This is like the most important thing in your life, and you're looking around. What's going on,
People.
sir?
I was just looking at my people.
Is
This
relevant?
is the most important event in your life, sir.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you're looking at up to 20 years in prison.
Yes, sir.
You want to do some more?
After months behind bars, the reality finally seems to land. But is it too little too late? Would you trust someone like this on deferred probation, or is prison the only safe route?
Public affairs, work, or you got to focus on the game here. This is the most important thing in your life, isn't it? 20 years in prison?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And also the victimization of a child.
General.
These are all serious things. You're not in a parade waving to the crowd. Yeah. Get your eye involved here. Come on. All right. Anything else, Dan?
That's it.
How long have you been in jail now?
January 30th.
Of this year?
Yes, sir.
It's about 6 months? 5 months?
Yes, sir.
How's that working out for you? Yeah, I wouldn't be happy with it. You're not enjoying yourself.
No, sir.
Can you imagine what 20 years in prison would be like?